ఢిల్లీ జంతర్ మంతర్ను గడగడలాడించి కేంద్ర విద్యాశాఖ మంత్రి ధర్మేంద్ర ప్రధాన్ రాజీనామా చేసేంత వరకు నిద్రపోని విద్యార్థి సంఘం నేత నేహా బోరా ఇవాళ విజయవాడలో హోరెత్తించారు. దేశంలో నాణ్యమైన విద్య, ఉపాధి అవకాశాలు సామాన్య ప్రజలకు దూరం అవుతున్నాయని ఆరోపించారు. కొద్దిమంది కార్పొరేట్లు, ప్రైవేట్ కోచింగ్ మాఫియా ప్రయోజనాల కోసమే ప్రభుత్వాలు విద్యా విధానాలను మార్చేస్తున్నాయని ఆల్ ఇండియా స్టూడెంట్స్ అసోసియేషన్ నేత, ఢిల్లీ జేఎన్యూ అధ్యక్షురాలు నేహా విమర్శించారు. మానవ హక్కుల వేదిక ఆధ్వర్యంలో జరిగిన ఈ సదస్సులో పలువురు విద్యార్థి ఉద్యమకారులతో కలిసి ఆమె ఇవాళ విజయవాడలో ప్రసంగించారు. ఈ సందర్భంగా ప్రముఖ హక్కుల నేత కె బాలగోపాల్ వ్యాఖ్యలను ఆమె ఉటంకిస్తూ, సమాజంలో విద్వేషాన్ని వ్యాప్తి చేయడం సులువైపోయి ప్రేమ సహనాలను చాటడం కష్టతరంగా మారిన ఈ రోజుల్లో మన సమానత్వ ఊహలు కలలుగానే మిగిలిపోతాయి అని అన్నారు. నేడు పాలక వర్గాలు ప్రజల మధ్య మతం, కులం ప్రాతిపదికన తీవ్ర విభజన తెస్తున్నాయని, నిరసన తెలిపే విద్యార్థులు యువతపై తప్పుడు కేసులు బనాయిస్తూ గొంతు నొక్కే ప్రయత్నం చేస్తున్నారని విమర్శించారు. ఆమె ఏమన్నారో మీరే వినండి.
That even though hatred is the norm of the day, hatred is all the government and the state allows us to have for each other, despite this ease of access to hatred, we, the young generations, the Gen Z of this country, will opt for love, we will opt for solidarity, we will opt for resistance, and that perhaps was the true victory of the student movement at Jantar Mantar. But I think that this question still remains to be answered. While the student movement helped us answer and presented an example of what solidarity can look like even during the time of the fascists, the struggle continues to be what we face today. Soon after Dharmendra Pradhan's resignation, as a result of the struggles of the students, we saw an increasing state repression upon the students. And this state repression divided students once again on the basis of religion, on the basis of caste, on the basis of gender. We saw how in West Bengal, the students who were arrested, the Chief Minister of West Bengal says that all of these are Jumme ke students, alluding to the Muslim protesters, saying that everybody who did something wrong during the protests were Muslims. We see that in Bihar, when AK-47 was fired in Siwan at the students, and several students were then injured by other pistol bullets, we saw how those students were asked by the Bihar police what their names were. And when they told them what their name was, and the Bihar police figured that they were perhaps Dalit students, and hence not supporters of the BJP, they went on to assault them even more. Knowing that they had been injured by bullets, they went on to assault them even more, showing how deeply casteist and feudal the police and the state machinery is. We see throughout the country that the protesters who are most policed, the protesters who are again and again being presented as examples of what a bad protest should look like, are women protesters. 15-year-old girls are having FIRs filed against them. So this division on the basis of caste, on the basis of religion, on the basis of gender, and on the basis of all hierarchies of power available to our society, the state once again seeks to divide us. And the challenge we face us as the young generation is to defeat all of their attempts at division, to defeat all of their attempts at hatred, and stand united in our pursuit of a future where no paper leak happens, where students and young people have ample and fair opportunity of jobs, where the young people of this country have a fair chance at a public education system. And congratulate all of you, all of the young people and students of Andhra Pradesh who are fighting their own battles to this end, who are fighting against a job scam where the advertised seats are sold and nobody knows where they've gone. I congratulate you, students who are fighting against the government failing to reimburse schools and hence ensuring greater access to education to the young people of this country. I congratulate all of you on your struggles. I extend my solidarity and I hope that with your movement, with the movement being built by the students and that has been recently won by the students of Jharkhand, Ranchi, the movement of the students in ISI in Kolkata, the movement of the students in Nalsar and HCU, and the movements of students here in Andhra Pradesh will together unite, and in our solidarity we will win for us an education system where everybody has free and fair access to education. Employment is nothing but the struggle of the dignity of common people against the greed of the few. It is the few corporates who are favored. It is the few private coaching mafia gangsters who are favored, and the cost is paid by us, the common students and the young people of this country. When they say that public education will be dismantled and in its place only private schools will flourish, only private colleges will flourish, they mean nothing but that the greed of the few has the ability to win over the rights and dignity of the common people. When they say that there will be private schools, that all of the public sector in railway, in employment, in education, all of them will be privatized and given to few corporate mafias and they will run it. And the rest of you will have to look around, be employed even after you have a degree. They mean that the greed of the few will triumph over the rights and dignity of us, the common people of this country. The scrapping of the NTA in toto, it extends to the scrapping of the NEP 2020, which is responsible for the centralization of exams like the NEET, like the JEE, like CUET, UG, PG and UGC NET. It institutionalizes such centralization which has already had such a great momentum against it. There have been increasing demands in Tamil Nadu and several other states in the south of India demanding that exams like the NEET should be decentralized. State governments should be given the responsibility of holding these exams and they should be done in a transparent manner and an accountable manner. Therefore, the NEP, which structuralizes this centralization, which structuralizes privatization, has to be rolled back in total. The greed of the few against the dignity of the common people, we will find ourselves coming back to Balagopal again and again, and we will find ourselves attempting to answer this question. We will find ourselves attempting to answer why and how difficult it is to strive for love when hatred is the norm. How difficult it is to strive for the rights of the common, of the poorest of the poor, to education in front of an entire structure of private coaching and private schooling institutions. We will find ourselves again and again trying to answer whether the present regime's politics of division, of you don't look like me, your surname is not the same as mine, your clothes are not the same as mine, you eat different than mine, whether this politics will strive, whether this politics will get victory, or whether it will be the historic legacy of India's independence movement, whether it would be the historic legacy of our unity in diversity, whether we, the people of this country, will triumph over a few greedy people, whether greed of the few will triumph over the rights and dignity of the common people. I think that is our fight, and to that extent, our dreams, sky should be the limit to the utopia of our dreams. Unity should be the limit of the utopia of our dreams. Solidarity, support should be the limit of the utopia of our dreams. I apologize that I don't speak Telugu. If I did, it would be a very nice thing and this communication would be all the more beautiful. But thank you for bearing with my English. I'm not used to giving bhashans in English. But thank you for listening to me. All our solidarity, all of our support to all of the people who are struggling for their futures, for their education, for jobs in Andhra Pradesh. All of the solidarity of the student movement to you all in Kalab Zindabad.
జాతీయ విద్యా విధానం ద్వారా పరీక్షలను, విద్యా వ్యవస్థను పూర్తిగా కేంద్రీకరిస్తూ సామాన్యులను ఉచిత విద్యకు దూరం చేస్తున్నారని ఆమె ఆరోపించారు. నీట్, జేఈఈ వంటి ప్రవేశ పరీక్షల్లో పేపర్ లీకేజీలు, అక్రమాలు జరుగుతున్న నేపథ్యంలో నేషనల్ టెస్టింగ్ ఏజెన్సీని పూర్తిగా రద్దు చేయాలని ఆమె డిమాండ్ చేశారు. పరీక్షల నిర్వహణ అధికారులను వికేంద్రీకరించి ఆయా రాష్ట్ర ప్రభుత్వాలకే అప్పగించాలని స్పష్టం చేశారు. ఉద్యమాల సంఘీభావం ఆంధ్రప్రదేశ్తో పాటు కోల్కతా, ఐఎస్ఐ, జార్ఖండ్, నల్సార్లలో విద్యార్థులు చేస్తున్న న్యాయపరమైన పోరాటాలకు సంపూర్ణ సంఘీభావం ప్రకటించారు. కేవలం కేంద్ర విద్యాశాఖ మంత్రి రాజీనామాతో సమస్య పరిష్కారం కాదని, ప్రభుత్వ రంగంలో ప్రతి ఒక్కరికి సమాన ఉచిత విద్యావకాశాలు దక్కేంత వరకు విద్యార్థి యువజన ఐక్యతతో పోరాటాలు కొనసాగుతాయని నాయకులు స్పష్టం చేశారు.